The F1 teams have only just finished a Grand Prix in Spain, but in a few days the next race weekend awaits. The team travel to Monaco for the historic Grand Prix. Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc are fighting for first place again, although several drivers could have a good chance of victory. Since the beginning of F1, the circuit to Monaco has been among the destinations of the motor racing class. The first version took place in 1950 when Anthony Nose won. Subsequently, no GP took place for 4 years, after which Monaco remained on the calendar. Senna still holds the record for the motor wins at Monaco. The late Brazilian managed to take 6 victories in the late 80s and early 90s. Michael Schumacher come next with 5 wins. After Lewis Hamilton crossed the finish line at first in 2019, the race did not take place in 2020 due to the coronavirus. A year later, however, the organisation did return to Formula 1. Verstappen took an important victory, taking the lead of the World Championship for the first time in his career. The Monaco street circuit only guarantees drivers tight turns, challenging overtakes and narrow roads. The track is about 3.34 kilometres long and has almost 80 laps to come to a total of 260.52 kilometres. One of the unique turns in the is the Rascasse that goes around the Rascasse restaurant. Since it's so difficult to overtake, qualifying is often decisive. On Sunday it is difficult to pass your predecessor, and therefore few shifts will be taking place concerning the starting grid. Nevertheless, the Grand Prix still is and always probably will be an integral part of the calendar. Really this weekend is all about qualifying and maybe gaining a position or two on strategy, like we've come to expect in Monaco. It still creates an interesting dynamic, especially in Saturday. They do call it the most important Saturday of the year for a reason. Verstappen has a taste for success after the difficult starts to the season. The Dutchman won races in Imola, Miami and Barcelona, so has successfully taken the last 3 GPs to himself. Last weekend he also took the lead in the World Championship. This means that Verstappen is on top for the first time this season, and that Leclerc has to make do with second place. Monagas started this season very promising, but has had a hard time the last few weeks. The updates in Barcelona should give Leclerc hope though. The driver managed to set the fastest time in qualifying ahead of the Grand Prix and drove convincingly just on Sunday and looked like a race victory was incoming before his engine blew. Verstappen cleverly took advantage of Ferrari's problems, but it's not rid of Leclerc for now. After 2 very hot GPs in Miami and Barcelona, the drivers are expected to prepare for some cooler conditions in Monaco. Where in Spain temperatures are 35 to 40 degrees we reached, according to We're Online now. Monaco this weekend is around 26 degrees. It's expected to be slightly cloudy there next weekend with a southeast wind. There is no chance of precipitation on the Saturday or the Friday, but there does seem like there could be a chance on Sunday, which would spice things up very much so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But anyway, given the current form, Verstappen is in with Red Bull. The reigning world champions seem to have the best chance of winning Monaco. However, the circuit's very treacherous, as Verstappen will know all too well for some of his experiences in the past. On the other hand, Ferrari made a very good impression in Barcelona. The updates that the Italian formation launched proved to have good effects on the performance of the car for Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz. Finally, Mercedes also has a good feeling about this weekend. Red Bull and Ferrari will fight together for pole position more than likely, with Mercedes as an outsider to come this morning third. However, the Monaco circuit is not comparable to Barcelona, so this coming weekend will provide a new look into upgrades the teams launched in Spain. Before I go, let me run you through the UK times for this weekend. First free practice on Friday takes place from 2 till 3 and second at 5 till 6. Saturday it's 3 till 4 for practice 3, and then qualifying is 4 till 5, and then you've got the race which starts at 3 on Sunday. Slightly later compared to usual European times here in the UK. In the week between the Spanish Grand Prix and Monaco Grand Prix, there hasn't really been too much news, to be honest. We had confirmation that Charles Leclerc's engine, that of course suffered that failure in the Spanish Grand Prix, is now unusable, which is a major blow for the Ferrari driver and probably means he'll have to take an engine penalty at some point between now and the end of the season. Lewis Hamilton's one though that suffered a water leak late on is still recoverable, so that's good news for the Mercedes driver. In terms of upgrades, we haven't seen too much really, so just about teams fine-tuning their upgrades now between from what we saw in Spain to here in Monaco. Obviously a very different track. And FP1, it was Charles Leclerc, the hometown hero, who was fastest. For this session around Monaco, it's always teams just getting used to the circuit, drivers just trying to avoid hitting the barrier, and I don't think anyone did. We had lots of people going wide in Sanderbot, but except for that, not much really to report. Perez was second, Sainz was third, Verstappen was fourth. Verstappen kind of didn't get a proper lap in at the end though, because he locked up both of his tyres, caused a big flat spot. So yeah, not too much to report really. Bottas missed the whole session except for that. Yeah, not too much today. In FP2 we did get one major incident. Daniel Ricciardo going into the wall with most of the session still remaining, and really that's not what he wants. McLaren do seem to have some good pace this weekend, but Ricciardo, he needs a confidence boosting session, and that's definitely not going to help. But at the top it was Charles Leclerc fastest from Carlos Sainz. Max Verstappen was quite a way back, to be honest, 3/10 from Leclerc. So yeah, it does look like Ferrari are favourites for this weekend. But yeah, Cameron will pull something out of the bag in qualifying tomorrow, who knows, but as we know, qualifying is absolutely vital here. And finally, before I go with my predictions for this weekend, and I'm going to say Charles Leclerc. Yeah, he got pole last year in a significantly slower car, so there's no reason why he can't do it again. I think Ferrari could work quite well here, but I'm going to say the Monaco jinx strikes again. I know he's already had it in Monaco historic, but I just got to have a feeling it's going to happen again, a never-ending curse, and it will lead to Carlos Sainz, because Ferrari will have the quickest car this weekend, winning and turning around his form, maybe getting back into title contention, with Leclerc crashing out. And Verstappen, I'm going to say, second, and in third, I don't know, Alfa Romeo seems to be really confident this weekend. Bottas is supposedly very excited. Alfa are very strong in slow corners, so I've always maintained he's going to get a podium at some point this season, so why can't this be the race? In third, I'm going to say a shock, but a very popular podium, I should imagine, in Valtteri Bottas. But anyway guys, that's that video. Thanks very much for watching. To like, share, subscribe, thoughts, comments down below, follow us to the subscription me for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.